going crazy. We at the top and we never gonna stop. Hop in a ghost, I'ma get swayzy. I just got off of the jet and I cry. I win in a Humvee, I lie. I be on go cause I come from the shot. I'm shooting back, I ain't ducking no shots. Got power like Samson, I cut off the locks. Shabak, Timmer, in the cut like I'm Fredo Santana. Lose you bench and I hop in the Bama. The world is mine, I'm Tony Montana. I'm Pelican fly, diamonds on me cause I'm rapping a rock. I'ma go hard, I ain't killing them soft. I'm up in the hills, I feel like I'm Lauren, you ready or not? I like who got businesses, I'm CEO of mine. 1980 Prezi Rolly, we been working.
Originally opened in 1995 as Jacksonville Municipal Stadium when this franchise entered the NFL. We welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the New York Jets and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The drive starts with a carry by Dillon. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13.
Anytime a team goes on the road, there's always that little bit of fear that maybe they can be affected by the hometown crowd. But this is where game planning really came into play. They talked about it all week. Go in there, establish yourselves. Well, that run right there, that slows down the crowd and gives them a lot of confidence.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action with Wilson. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 55 yards. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. They'll run here with Dillon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
They've gotten it to the 4 on this opening drive, but now they face a 3rd and goal. Here's Wilson to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Troy Pride. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 30. 10. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line.
The Jaguars take over first down at their own 21-yard line.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll start on the ground. Etienne. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Now Lawrence. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. Straight ahead, Etienne. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Lawrence. Dancing to his left. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
And they'll run with Etienne. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
One more time with Etienne. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
On 3rd and goal, Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Evan Ingram, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. And the kick here no good, but a penalty flag is down. Looks like he got run into. And that flag accepted. Extra point attempt here still to come. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On 1st down. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Throw out right, hauled in by Arcega-Whiteside. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10. After one, our score 9-6. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Parsons. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Tyree Gillespie. And the Jags are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Okay, partner. No surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 50 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. That's out wide here for Robinson. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
There's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
The Jaguars at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jackson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That's a good effort there after the catch. He looked the ball in and then tried to get it to the goal line. What a nice tackle to get him down. But they're set up well now. 1st and goal at the 1.
Robinson will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Now Blankenship on for the PAT. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his second extra point here in the first half. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We got to get it back.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Play action. Now Wilson. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Wilson. And this is Cook with a grab. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. That's going to be caught. Arcega-Whiteside. And he is going to have a Jets first down. It's a gain of 12 on 4th. To throw again is Wilson. He's going to look deep down the field. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Troy Pride. And the Jaguars are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. The connecting here with DJ Shark. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Lawrence to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A first down there on a pickup of 25. On play action, Lawrence steps away to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars will extend their lead here just before halftime. The point after through the raindrops, something good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gutton getting set for quarter number 3 here. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Lawrence steps and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Buried behind the line by Azeez Ojulari. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Here's Lawrence. Buying time to his left. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They get 25 yards out of that one, and it'll give the Jags a first down. ETN up the middle. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Oh, design run for their wideout. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. 3rd and goal, and still a long way from the end zone. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? They go play action with Lawrence. And he can't bring it in. Incomplete. He dropped it on the crossing route. Fourth down now.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Blankenship's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little. And they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right. And intercepted. Wilson's third of the game. And the Jags are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Lawrence. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Look at the big fella go. Touchdown, Jaguars.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So the Jet offense staying on the field. They're going to go for 2. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll get in. And they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
Well, I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strengths go.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action from Jacksonville. Here's Wilson to throw. He's going to take another shot here. This is intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jets will take over here at their own 14-yard line. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Wilson. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Here's Wilson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up. His time is now run out. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. He's got his man. It's White. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Cook. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Dalvin Cook taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Jets take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Wilson going to throw for it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. But they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
On second down, a run with Etienne. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
4th down. Here's Lawrence. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jaguars are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And they open the lead up down to 25. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Cook. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Now it's Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Jaguars are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. So a costly INT in the end zone, no less, puts the brakes on their potential scoring drive.
So many teams stick with the passing game down near the goal line because they see it as an extension of what they do between the 20s. But as we said many, many times, the further you drive, the more the field shrinks. And that was a nice job of making a play on the football and coming away with the interception.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Lawrence from his end zone. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And got his man complete. 20, 10. A big play there on the catch and run. A massive pickup there. So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to first and goal. From the shotgun, Lawrence. It is intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Quan Alexander. And the Jets will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So certainly a big mistake there, Charles. First and goal, and they throw the interception.
Oh, that's just agonizing for a team because you still got at least 2, maybe 3 downs in your pocket. So if it's not there on first down, there was no sense in trying to force something. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. Looking for White on the deep ball. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. 69 yards. And the Jets are able to cut into that deficit. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
This one fielded at the 5. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Running out of the gun with ETN. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive game. Just keep that clock ticking.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Lawrence will throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Forced out to his left. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
He's going to go up top again. And this is caught inside the 5. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Now Lawrence. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Jets are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, tell all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Okay, great.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. From the shotgun, Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Parsons. Now another timeout called for by the offense as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brain remembers when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson going up top. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Jags are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Lawrence being chased out left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, Lawrence. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And got his man complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Which has a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends. And understandably so, not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire.
Whenever